The fear of Legionnaires' disease infecting a government building in Richmond has brought in more than 24 health experts to investigate. This comes in the wake of several mysterious illnesses and one death from pneumonia caused by Legionnaires' disease. The building has not been named as the cause of Legionnaires' disease at this point, but experts do say it is the prime suspect. Let's go live now to Channel 7's East Bay Bureau Chief Marty Gonzalez in Richmond for the very latest. Marty?
It looks like not a whole lot is happening behind me, but inside there are some 30 health experts literally from across the country. They've met here, they've been meeting throughout the day trying to figure out the best plan of attack to figure out what exactly is going wrong inside the building. Now they are focusing on the ventilating system of the building because that is where they've gotten most of the complaints and that's where they believe that the problem is originating. There have been complaints about air conditioning and heating system in this building almost since it was built 17 years ago. And earlier today I talked to a former employee who says this building has been sick for years. What do you think of that building?
I hated it.
Alberta Todd has good reason to despise the Social Security building. Todd worked there from 1974 until her retirement in 1989. 3 years ago, Todd came down with pneumonia. She blames the building's ventilation system.
I've been telling them that for years, that it was something wrong with the building. And I'm not the only one that felt that way. People were they had sinus or bronchitis or asthma.
It's that ventilation system and the 5 concrete cooling towers that are at the center of the health investigation. Air and water samples are being taken. The plan of attack will probably involve cleaning the ventilation system with chlorinated water.
There's standing water in air conditioners. The water drips down through it, and then it's collected in a puddle at the bottom, which is recycled. But if that water stands, it can grow bacteria and a whole bunch of other things. And by putting chlorine in that, it physically kills the bacteria, including Legionella, which is the causative agent of Legionnaires.
37-year-old Rosalind Sheffield died Monday from Legionnaires' disease, a strain of pneumonia. She worked in the basement of the Social Security building. Alberta Todd also worked in the basement.
Down in the basement, I stayed cold. It was constantly cold in that room. It was either too cold or too hot, but mainly cold.
We have new information from the State Health Department in a press conference that is currently going on in Berkeley. They have confirmed 3 more cases of Legionnaires' disease from employees who worked here at the Social Security building. So that, all told now, are 4 cases of Legionnaires' disease that have been confirmed by health experts. It includes Mrs. Sheffield, who died on Monday, and 3 other cases. And we, of course, have more for you all about this at 6 o'clock. Richard and Cheryl, back to you.
Okay, Marty, thanks for that latest report.
Well, if none of the 1,200 employees at the Social Security Administration are working there today, who's handling all the calls and who's handling all the cases? The Richmond office processes about 4.5 million checks a month. Channel 7's Carolyn Tyler reports on the contingency plan set up to help clients.
Employees here normally handle about 12% of the nation's Social Security cases. Now some of that work is being spread out all over the country.
Actually, most of the work will still get done. Most of the work that's done here is done by computer.
The computer crew and a handful of other personnel put any worries they had aside and went to work today, putting contingency plans into action. Richmond Center handles the complicated claims cases in California, Hawaii, Arizona, and Nevada. Now the national computer system in Baltimore is taking up the slack. Phone calls from recipients in 14 western states, those needing basic information about their benefits, are being rerouted primarily to Auburn, Washington, and Birmingham, Alabama.
I can't get it to ring either. I will report the trouble.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, Birmingham told us that they had taken in more than 1,000 extra calls before 10 o'clock this morning. This afternoon, after repeated tries, we haven't been able to even get through. Now, if you're calling wondering about your check, the answer from Richmond is no problem.
They've already gotten their checks for September. We will be getting the tapes to the Treasury this weekend so they can run off their checks, and they will be getting their checks on time on October 3rd.
You're making it seem like it's no big deal.
Well, because of our contingency plans right now, if it's for a short period of time, it's not.
The word the workers have received.
We were told to expect to be back Monday, okay? So as far as I know, everybody's going back to work Monday.
In Richmond, Carolyn Tyler, Channel 7 News.
By the way, that toll-free Social Security phone number is on your screen, 1-800-234-5672. Despite our unsuccessful attempts to get through, or Carolyn's to be specific, that is the number officials recommend you call if you have any questions regarding your benefits.